What's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing with D. Today we're doing something new, something brand new, something I'm going to try. It's called Tackle Talk, where I just talk about tackle, not trying to bash any other any brand makers, anybody who makes tackle, not trying to bash them. I'm just going to talk about it and what I went through and what I like about it. Hopefully you'll join me. Alright, guys, so what we have today, I want to talk about is the Strike King swim jig. It's a Hack Attack heavy cover swim jig. If anybody ever fished this, they probably love it, because I love it. It's fantastic, great jig. There's a couple of things I love about this jig, and we're going to talk about that very shortly. Hold on. But I wanted to compare it to the swimming jig. Can you see it? They both look very similar. Packages are different. Swim jig and the swimming jig. So I can't say what it's for, what it's used for. I can only tell you what I use it for. And this is great because it comes with two Rage Menace trailers. Here's what they look like. So my thing is, when I buy a lure and I know that it works, I buy a bunch of them. I buy several of them. As you can see, the issue we have here when I keep buying lures. So this jig is more like a swimming jig, hence the name. It's really kind of common sense, but I just want to show you the differences and what I do with it. This jig, the swimming jig, is I swim with it. Gotta be honest with you, this particular swim jig is not good in any cover. Well, I don't want to say any cover, but it's good in very light cover, meaning any cover. It's going to get stuck. If you swim this jig, this particular jig, this swimming jig, I mean, the price is very affordable. I think it's like $2-3. If you swim this jig, same box, comes out of this box. You swim this jig in most likely any cover, it's gonna get stuck. It will get stuck. But if it doesn't get stuck, it will catch a fish. I don't say I can guarantee it, but you fish it right, it will catch a fish. This will catch a fish. So that jig versus, hold on, here, I'll show you how much I love these jigs, because I still have it tied on. So this jig also catches fish. Alright, well, let me tell you a little bit about this jig, this Hack Attack heavy cover swim jig. So this is the jig that I take and I throw it in any cover. I throw it in lily pads. I throw this jig through the thickest of vegetation. I almost punch with this jig. I throw it through all types of cover. I throw this jig in lily pads, and if you fish lily pads, you know how lily pads are. And she always comes home to me. Here's what I think is important: the color. This Hack Attack jig has like a turquoise skirt. It's beautiful. It really attracts the fish, calls them on in. They can't resist it. But I usually fish it. We're not gonna spend a lot of time with it, but they all come with a keeper hook on the back. I don't know if you can see it. You get your keeper hook where you can hook your lure. See that? You get your keeper hook, so it's nice. But here's what I think is the most important part about this heavy cover swim jig, and the reason why it's a heavy cover swim jig is because that weed guard is thick. That weed guard is super thick. Look how thick that weed guard is. That weed guard is thick, guys. and hence the word heavy cover. And I'll show you how thick it is. Let me show you how thick it is. So what I like to do, I like to take them and spread the guard out the best way I can without breaking it. So you spread that guard out. That way it can go through, cover a little bit better. It's nice and protected. So I spread that out. There's a lot of weed guard on this heavy cover swim jig. So that might be the main difference in the color. You got them little flashes of yellow, green, and some kind of pearlized sparkle, and of course with the pretty skirt. Alright, so you can use any trailer. So that's the difference between the two jigs. They both look great, but one has a fantastic weed guard, and I'll show you how thin the swimming jig weed guard is. So that's kind of like the proof that it is for swimming. That's kind of the proof that it is just for like swimming it. I think I would prefer if they did something different than the rage tail. It still catches fish, but the paddle tail I think fits better on this. So let's take a look at the weed guard. We're gonna get out of here. So here's that weed guard on this particular jig. Very thin, very, very thin. Very hard to spread out. This actually has one, two, you can count them. 1, 2, 3 bristles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 bristles that it'll have, and you can see that that is super thin. If you're ever in the store and you're wondering what's the difference between the swimming jig and the swim jig, and this is just going to give you more purchasing power, which is the main reason why I make this video, so you have an understanding. You're going to get the Rage Tail, Rage Menace trailers. And that's going to be probably the biggest benefit of this. You'll get 2 Rage Menace trailers with this. This one you get no trailers, but you get a fantastic weed guard. I mean, fantastic. This will go through concrete. That's supposed to be a joke. But anyway, just want to keep you guys up to speed, make a video, let you guys know what we're dealing with, so that way you don't go out and spend your money on something you're not interested in. And hopefully that helps. I love this, and this is also good. So, first episode of Tackle Talk. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Come from the same brand, same makers, great jigs. I love this one because it has lots of color, flash, and a fantastic weed guard. I like this one because it's affordable and it comes with 2 Rage Menace trailers. So if you're not going to be throwing in a lot of heavy cover, get this one, throw it out there, have some fun. You're throwing in heavy cover and you want to catch big fish. Take any one of these. Alright guys, that's it. Just wanted to talk about these 2 jigs, giving you some purchasing power so you don't go out there and buy something you're not interested in or you don't know anything about. Just want to let you guys know. And if you have some lures that you want me to try out, test, or play with, leave it in the comments. Let me know, and I'll go out and I'll buy it. Maybe I have it up here, and we'll try it out, see what it does, and I can let you know about it before you run out and buy it. So that's what Tackle Talk is about. Let me know your favorite lure. Leave that in the comment. Also, subscribe button if you like videos like these. If you're interested in talking about tackle with the rest of us, hit the subscribe button. And like I always say, get out there, live, love, and enjoy life before it's over, because it will end one day. Alright guys, stay safe. Hope to see you in the next video. Peace.